Well, we've been really, really busy here at SNG, and you haven't had a show for a while, and we worked from one Sunday to this Sunday, the 12th, through today without a single day off, and the reason for it is because we're shooting our TV pilot, But Something's There. A lot of you don't know much about it, but there is a web page we have for it. There is also a blog we have for it, and there's also a Facebook page called But Something's There, which you can ask to join, and you can keep up with the project, although I've been posting some stuff about it on the Steve Neill SNG Studio page. It is a TV pilot for a hopeful series, and it's about interaction with non-human intelligence. I don't like the word alien. The reason for that is because there is so much hard evidence, there is so much eyewitness testimony, there are so many stories going back hundreds of years of people interacting with strange events continually and from very, very reliable sources that leaves one to sort of start coming up with theories about what it is. It's UFOs, it's spaceships from another world, it's ghosts, it's people from other dimensions and other times, and all these things, but it's all purely conjecture because no one really knows. All we know is that something is there. And that is the whole reason for the title of the series. All these things have been happening all these years and continue to happen today. Whether you're skeptical or a debunker, this stuff has never stopped coming, and human beings have never stopped having interaction with things they can't explain. Whether it be your keys flying across the room and hitting the wall, and you think the wind did it. The wind didn't do it, but something did. And all we're saying is, we don't know what it is. We want to investigate it, learn about it, come to understand it. But for now, all we know is that something is there. Or should I say, but something is there. And without going in a lot more detail, that's what the show's about. So, yes, it's a little bit like Twilight Zone and X-Files and all that kind of stuff mixed in, but we're very serious about it. And it's a very dramatic series that chronicles one person's experiences with this throughout his life and how he interacts with other people he discovers that are having the same events happening. So we have been seriously working on this for quite a while now, and we just started our first shoot on this last Sunday, yesterday, the 12th, and it went very, very well. I'm going to show you a little bit of highlights of that. We're going to show you highlights of us working on the sets and other stuff. And yes, for you guys who have no interest in this and just love models and love Star Trek, we've got stuff to show you about the Enterprise we're building too, which we're going to be working very hard on this week and next week. We'll probably have it framed up pretty quick, so you have that to look forward to, as well as more makeup effects stuff. But our primary mode we're in right now is shooting this, and every few weekends we're going to shoot more and shoot more. We're in editing now, and so that's what's kind of going on here. We're very excited about it because, you know, this could turn into a series for us, and if it does, it's really going to keep this studio really, really busy. And then we can move on to other projects like Star Voyager, which I know you remember about, which is purely a science fiction space movie, but something very realistic and not space fantasy. So we are very busy here working towards that goal. I want to thank everybody who worked with us. My God, we had 22 people on our crew. Everybody was fantastic. Everyone had a good time. Everyone was so talented and so caring about this production. It went so smoothly, and I love you all for it. I could not have done it without you. You are an incredible, fantastic, talented crew, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. So let's get on with the show. We'll show you little tidbits of what we've done over the last 9 days now. And this week we'll get back on track with models and other stuff. So here we go. It's Friday at SNG, and we're going to pull this out of the mold here. Paul's going to hold the camera. Paul.
Okay.
All right.
Take it.
Good job. Just real quick here. Well, it sounds bad, but it's just overflow. Just take your time. You see it peeling away rather nicely.
You know what? I should measure.
It's a beautiful thing. We love it. I love pulling things out of molds. There's just something about it. It's just the proper way to do it, not just yank it out in one piece. Full of anxiety and everybody drum roll. Isn't that fun? And it's like pulling a mask out of a mold. There you go. Nice mold.
Wow.
So we got a very lightweight piece. I'm going to mark like this. And I'm going to mark like this to match.
So you have some more inches.
Yeah.
That's 3. It's funny how they always go in a circle 3 times. Anyway,
So if we want to put it back in the mold, we'll know where it goes. So with this, I'm going to do the same thing. And we're sticking a little bit, which is, molds are very old, so. There's our top. This is really nice. Just put tape on it and then it'll light from the back. It's kind of yellow. I don't know if that would really work or not, but it's something to think about. Where are the feet?
Here.
There's one.
Well,
There's another one somewhere. Okay, so Giselle's going to finish off Paulina's mold here. She's mixed up a bunch of silicone. What a fine job you've done at that too. It's horrible. It's messy stuff, but that's why you got gloves on. So she's going to, starting up real high and hitting the spot, she's going to do a poor man's vacuum chamber. Start up real high, go real slow, real slow, real slow. Okay, not so much. Let it, well, yeah. Now you're too much out at once. Back it off, tilt back, yeah.
Okay.
So you get a little stream. There you go. Yeah, it's still kind of thick, but there you go. The whole idea of doing that, there you go. It takes getting used to. The whole idea of doing that is so that we break the bubbles inside the silicone. There you go. So Rosie's helping build sets today, and she's telling John and Paul what to do.
yeah, she's
Yeah, and
a really good foreman.
yeah, and we're building grandfather's study, or den actually is what it's called, and it begins like this, and that's the window. So looking at Google Earth, I was able to find the actual house from the story that we're shooting about. This is a very small house here where Mark grew up on weekends with his grandparents, and this is the very house. You see the Frank Lloyd Wright Civic Center over here, and this, I'm going to move over here. That is grandfather's study right in there. It's a tiny little room, which is where Mark would sleep, and from that window you could see this street light up here, and yeah, this was their house. So our window frame is going in. It's that little window that I showed you on Google Earth. Over here I have, these are so lightweight and so wonderful, it's amazing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the edge right to the edge of the actual mold, and then lightly sand all the way around. Then you're going to put a bunch of sandpaper on this huge board here and flat sand it very slightly. And the same thing with this. Then we're going to put this back in the mold the way you see it now, and at a clear plex we're going to cut the bulkheads and glue them in while it's in the mold. This way we have absolute assurance that we have no warps and everything's true. So here we go, we're working on the grandfather's den set, and the boys are squaring up There it is. There it is. Squaring this up. They just either clamp together like this one back here, or now we've figured out we can just use wood.
We'll only flex so far before it starts coming.
Oh, there you are. Yep. So, and we're going to have a nice night sky and fiber optics out there and a street lamp off to one side, and it's going to be neat. Well, there we go. This is all we've been able to do in 3 hours. I hope it'll do. We have to spackle the seams. We have to add curtains. We got to put the glass in behind the windows. Look, there's an alien out there. No, it's John. So here we're back on Monday, Memorial Day, and it's just Paul and I. Hi, Paul.
Hey. Hello.
And what we're doing is we're flat sanding, as you can see there.
Yeah.
Since the mold, you can't really sand silicone. It won't allow you to do it. But you can sand the epoxy rather well, and so we get a perfectly flat to the edge of the original mold. Because remember, the original master was laid down on a flat table, and not with clay, but with a hole cut and completely flat to the board. So luckily for me, Mary tucked away this paper template, which I used to make the supporting structure, the bulkheads, to go inside the saucer, and I put it on styrene. So now I can put it over here and cut out some ribs. All right, here's our flat sanding board, and you can see, with the exception of a few little irregularities, this is really flat to the table. So here we've got the structure in and epoxied in with Z-epoxy and filler. We'll wait for that to set up till tomorrow, and we can remove that from the mold, and it'll be very strong. And you know, we've got a nice slot in here for the engineering section neck to come up into this and be bolted in. So it's looking really good. And here, before the battery dies, is our set. It's been along really well. Thanks, Paul.
Hey.
Thank you, Camille, for helping us, and the battery went dead. So here it is. It's Sunday. What's the date today, Paul?
Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. That's the date. And we're in here because I had to, didn't have to, we had a planned camping trip that was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday. And so we came in today to cast up these beauties. These are the nacelles. To give you an idea what's going on, I'm going to take the top and I'm going to put it down onto there like so, and squishy squish, and that should give us connected nacelles. So here we've got our pylons. A little worse for the wear because the mold's getting old, but it's not a problem. Everything is there. We're straight, no curve to it. Maybe a slight one. This one always was straighter. And they'll clean up nicely. The plugs are in place. You can see the aluminum that's in there. And this is for our cable to go through. So they came out pretty good though. So that gives us an engineering section, a saucer section. We just closed these molds. And tomorrow we're going to pour up all the small parts for the ship, and that will conclude the kit. We'll have the kit, and we can actually start assembly of this model. Well, that's for it for us on Sunday. We're going to go home and have what's left of our Sunday. And so here we are. What is it today, guys?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
Tuesday. It is. All right. Okay. And we're working on sets just for change, because we are shooting on Sunday, and of course Rosie is helping us, as she always does. She'll probably walk through that and black paw the floor. So Paul's working on our matte painting, and he's basing it off Real Reference, which is basically it's a background painting.
Yeah.
That will actually be lighted and will look like a street light outside the window, which was present at Grandfather's den out that window, from the perspective of the young boy who was down here on the bed looking up that way. Upstairs, yes, we have a complete Enterprise kit here, ready to be assembled starting next week after our shoot. We've got, I still have not taken the flash off these, but these are really good, and so are these. We're going to take the flash off and sand them down, put the window masks on and start primering them. And we're going to start putting things together. I bought a big sheet of plexiglass that will go inside here and of course attach into here, as you've seen. Yeah, we are busy, really busy. You can see the stone set behind the other set there. The matte painting will go up, street painting will go up behind that. So Paul, what are we doing?
Well, I am sat in the set. Well, most people are still kind of working on it.
Yeah, we're working on the sets.
Yeah.
And he did this wonderful painting here, which is not lit up right now, that will go in that window. Sure, why not?
You switch it on?
Yeah. Yeah, we've been working hard. Antonina brought all kinds of tchotchke. John brought desks and tchotchke and bookshelves, and Antonina did curtains, and we're hanging pictures on the wall. Wow. Paul did this wonderful matte painting, which the street light really lights up. We've got a few stars in there, and I'll get closer and you can really see what's going on here. But I mean, that just looks, look at that Paul on camera.
Looks really good. Wow.
It's beautiful. Yeah, and also we made these nice floors. Paul and I went to Lowe's. Went to Lowe's and got a deal on this stuff, and it's the tiles you put down, and it really does look like a real wood floor, which they had in these older homes built in the 50s all over the place. So that really worked out well. Busy times at SNG. Here it is on a Friday, and we're a couple days before our shoot. We got Giselle and Antonina and Camille all working on a life mask of Peter Fox. Peter Fox, who one of the many parts that he's known for is his part on the Walton's TV show many years ago. Did a lot of acting, very fine actor, who's decided that he likes the script and would like to be play the part of the gardener in our show, which is fantastic. And I really appreciate Dr. Landon, or Chris, for telling Peter about us so that he would get involved in our project. We're very blessed to have him. Over here, John's working hard on the interior support structure, which is clear plexiglass that goes inside the engineering hole. And of course, this part slips up inside of the saucer section and gets bolted in. So he's fitting.
Close, but I gotta come down a couple more.
Yeah, it takes a while, but you'll get it. You know. And then over here, of course, we have our wonderful set that's being worked on, and Rosie's making the best possible use of it. And over here, Paul. Hey, Paul.
Hey.
He's working very hard on our prosthetics that Giselle will be wearing on Sunday when we do our big scene, and you're airbrushing fingers.
Fingers and, yeah.
So you're basically giving us the fingers.
Indeed.
So, and these, of course, these are going to look really great. You're just getting going on those two?
Just get on go, yeah.
How does that paint work on this? Sticks good?
It sticks very well. It sticks very well to the airbrush as well. It's a nice.
It sticks very well to the airbrush as well. I know.
Really, very, very incredible.
Yeah,
well.
Of great paint because it just.
It is really good.
It sticks to everything, even us.
Yeah, it sticks to me. Yeah.
Cool. So we're really having a good time here, and of course, Rosie's always having the best time. Well, here we are. It's Sunday. It's shoot day, and everybody's here. The whole crew. Paul Gentry, the entire gang. This is our motorhome, of course. This is Paul's motorhome. We're all set up here for our craft services and our lunch. Foliage around here. John has got his lights outside. It started to sprinkle a bit, but the minute he covered everything up, it stopped sprinkling. Hey, John. Hey, John, his son, John. And as you can see, there's, of course, John and Paul, you know these guys. And we're trying to extend the wall, get a little more wall. Yeah, it looks like it covered it okay.
Pretty much
Good
one
enough.
more pass and it's done.
Good enough for camera.
Yeah.
In here, hi Camille, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
We got Tim here, Paul, Isaac.
Say action. And that's his review.
So you'll say the last thing, or he'll say the last thing before?
This is our rig.
First, he'll say
Magnificent beast it is too.
which is like instantaneous. And I'll say roll camera, I'll say speed,
And I'll say slate.
and you'll go
slate.
marker.
Oh, marker.
Marker.
What is MOS?
Sorry, Isaac.
What is MOS?
And then I'll have to
without
change-
sound, but what
It means without sound, but because it's an old German said it. It said mit out sound. This is mit out sound.
It's just
This isn't gonna be in there.
this is MOS. Yeah.
Steve, how would you like to have this?
side part, middle part?
I like the way you wore it that day. So which
Okay, that's side part.
side part? Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Um,
Great job, you guys. Great job. Thank you, Paulina.
thank you.
Really nice. That's great. Oh, we're still working away here, adding extensions to the set. Go ahead. You're out of focus, Paul.
It'll read it just fine.
What's that?
It'll read your
It'll read it
format.
just fine? Okay, great. So our set is over there, and this is our monitor.
Go over to
And
the right.
yeah, and we had to add some more floor down here and reposition some things. And of course, we are not lit, and we will be lit very soon.
Make sure it's hiding the scene.
Tell me left or right?
Well, I need you to move out of the camera angle. Oh, behind you.
Wait, where is it?
Oh, actually,
Is
yeah.
it perfect? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much perfect.
Except for I see this. You should put a photo there. Picture on the wall.
We don't have anything on the photo.
You have another picture?
We don't have anything. It's phone. I mean, there's no backing on it.
I think we'll hold Neill.
So our camera problems
over there, yeah.
are Ike and we got Logan here, and then we have Rob. They're getting worked up to doing their scenes. We're still dressing over here. Paul's dressing, and there's our lovely matte painting that Paul did. We got actually branches outside the window, and which I tore off a tree outside. And just to show you just how much is going on in this tiny little space that you've all been watching for 3 years now. You get up here and look down, and you get a really good view of how crazy I actually am. And of course, there's our stone wall back there, which we're going to be using later today when we break it down. We got John back there working away on lighting.
Now, so you can see how much headroom.
I'm gonna go around.
I was gonna say, can you put it over there?
Since you're kind of getting a little bit away, I'll smooth this.
You want me to push up?
Since I can't see anything that's going on.
Yeah.
I just need to make sure.
There's Mary watching our monitor as we get set up for Rob's close-up, which is the final
Just move it out.
scene in our set that we built for his den.
Trim that paper off. You can trim the other paper off it.
Yeah, maybe. Well, let's make sure.
What about this one?
Okay. Bringing a balloon.
As you can see, we added that wall back over there, which came from this side over here. Aren't we sneaky?
Do we need to have a little bit of powder on his forehead?
Exact mark.
And Paulina is touching up
Yeah.
Rob's makeup.
We have 2 seats to go.
The Paulina and Tanina.
It's manure.
It's not. No, this is not manure. This is just our. There's no fertilizer in this.
It's not the good stuff.
No. But here we go. We're now moving on to this. Paul's a bit concerned. Like he thinks he's going to smell. See, this camera stays nice in focus. Look how close I can get to you. Look at that focus.
I know.
Wow.
Tell me about it.
$400 HD cam. Okay, whatever. That's been to France. So here we are. We're going to make this look like ground.
Yeah, all this kind of.
And one bright on that.
You can probably take it
Take it down.
down to medium. Yeah, that's better. Thanks.
It looks really, I mean, it's within 95%.
Maybe spilled.
You're on camera now.
I love these handheld shots.
Of course you do,
This
Paul.
camera is so heavy.
Oh, it's not heavy at all, that little winky-dink thing.
Well, what do you think you got right here?
Yeah, that's cool. Just so I can get around a little bit.
So we could go anytime.
Yes, you can go anytime.
Oh, just a second, just Lori.
Okay.
All right. I am rolling.
Paul is rolling.
Mark.
Well, there's no sound.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed all that. I know I did, and yeah, we're a little tired today. We worked a 13-and-a-half-hour day. It all started at 5:30 in the morning. We didn't even get out of here until about 9, but we called wrap at 8:30. Again, thanks all of you that helped so much, and thank you, Whitley Strieber, for your support on this. Thanks, everyone. We love you a whole bunch, and we'll see you again next week.